Alright, it's Thursday, and it's the Dust Bowl down here, so let me kind of show you what's going on. I went back in here this morning. I put another coat on this. I've come in here. So far, I blocked both sides, but I finally blocked this side, and I come in here, and I've got a few little, things to finish the dressing. Not a whole lot, but I figured I better finish one side exactly. That way I can match the other side. As far as these contours in here go, like I said, this stuff's not very thick. So I want to come in here. I just put this in. So when it dries there, I'm going to take some fine grit stuff and I'm just going to feather this in. I'm going to lightly sand with some finer stuff on this side. So I've been cutting it with 36 and 80 grit. So I'm going to come in here with probably some 120 and just scuff this lightly. I'm going to tape it up in the middle. I'm going to prime this side. You're probably thinking, why? Mostly because I want to. And B, I'm probably just going to finish this side today. Got this side, like I said, it's kind of roughed in. Kind of ignore that. It's just kind of good to take a little amount of material down. Most I've been working, with hand blocks. So, not real fun stuff. Kind of feel a little crappy again today. But, breathing in a bunch of dust probably ain't helping. So, but we got to get some stuff done. So, I'm going to finish this side up. That way we can kind of see exactly 100% what it's going to look like. So, if I still feel wonderful, I may come in here and mess with this some more. So, I'll pop back in here in just a few. Alright, it's about 15 or 20 minutes later. I come in here, and like I said, I prime this side. This is what I used right here. Stuff's not real cheap, but it works real good. A lot better than most of you spray can stuff. As you noted before, that when I was doing the metalwork, I was using a cheap primer. I don't want to use a cheap primer on this stuff, so. You can kind of see what we got going on. Now just a little shiny because it's still a little wet. Just figured I'd pop in here and give y'all a little bit better of an idea. Sorry, the camera's shaky. I'm shaky, so the camera's naturally shaky. But looks pretty good. Pretty happy with it. So when that dries, I'll move on to this side and finish it up. I was just wanting to kind of see where I was at. And the only way you can really do it is to sometimes you have to stop and go back and do stuff like this just to see. So, pop back here in just a little while and see how far we've gotten from there. Alright, and I blocked all this down and had to go in here and fix a few little small spots. This is obviously still drying. Once this stuff dries, I'll come in here with some 80 grit. By hand here in this area. And obviously with a block up here. Because you want this stuff flat. If you're going to paint it shiny, you want it just about perfect. I've still not decided how I'm painting this stuff, so we're trying to make it as nice as possible. If you're going to bedline this, it would have probably been okay before this coat right here. Like I said before, it's very much not thick. You can see our initial skim right here. You can see it through in some places right here. So, you sand off more, you put on a bunch, and then you sand 99% of it back off to put another 10% to sand it back off. So, I'm going to let this stuff dry, and then I'm going to come in here and I'm going to scuff this. I'm at least going to try to get this other side done tonight. That way, the whole part of the sheet metal's done. Then we'll have another better, interesting video tomorrow. So, let's let this stuff dry, and then we'll get busy. Alright, and we got the other side finished up. Just got done spraying primer on it. Obviously, it's still shiny. Went ahead and guide coated it. Just because when I do put real primer on this car, which this is real primer just in the spray can, I will block this stuff again. And I'll probably have to go in here and fix a place or two, I'm sure. Look pretty good. Don't mean it's perfect, but looks pretty pretty square. So when this stuff dries, which will probably be tomorrow, it don't take it that long to dry, but it'll probably take it about 30 or 45 minutes. When this stuff gets good and dry, I guess at this point, I've got two choices. I can go ahead and start on the bodywork on the outside of the car, which it just has a couple of small dings on the main shell. It's not rough by no means. I could go ahead and bodywork that. Get the whole car in a high build primer. Obviously not the rattle can stuff, but a high build. I could go ahead and wait on that bodywork. Drop the motor and stuff back out. Scuff the whole inside of the car and under the hood. And this back here. We could paint this black. I've not decided yet what I'm doing. I would kind of like to get the whole car in primer and the inside of it painted. That way when bad weather does finally hit here bad, I can work on getting the car put together. So we're not that far. I know people are probably like, it's got a long way to go. We're really not that far. I could stop what I'm doing right now and put this car together and we'd be driving in a couple weekends. But that's not the way I want to do it. So I've got some thinking to do as far as what I want to do. I mean, other than or like I said, there's a couple little pings up here on the roof. There's a little one right here in the quarter panel about where my finger's at. But other than that, I mean, other than people shutting stuff in the door jam, it's not rough at all. So this is a major progress. And you probably still wonder why I've not done anything with the wall up here or the center. I want to get this stuff painted first. Because when this goes in, like I said, it'll unbolt and bolt in. So will the center. I can do that later. So, got a lot done today. It's been a full day of it. I'll probably pay for it tonight with all the dust. As you can see, I'm extra white today. So is everything in the garage. Threw a car cover on this, but it don't quite fit, so it's dusty too. So I'm gonna have a heck of a mess to clean up. So I may just go ahead and do the body work on the rest of the car, because it's not gonna get no worse. So I'll have to clean it up regardless. So that's gonna be probably about it for today's video. If you like this kind of stuff, and if you want to see more bodywork type stuff, or more of the process, you know, just let me know in the comments. And I'll video as I do some stuff. But it's kind of boring stuff, you know. Sand, 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 feel, sand, sand. So, like I said, like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.